Thousands of homes, places of worship also burned in the Eaton Fire, among them St. Mark's Episcopal Church on Altadena Drive. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Viel live in Altadena, where worshipers are mourning decades of memories, but keeping the faith, Jazz.
Yeah, they're trying, but it's certainly difficult and just such devastation. I mean, this is the church behind me. Imagine. It was full of stained glass windows. It had this custom organ inside that would play beautiful music. There was a school here. That was a sanctuary you're taking a look at. All of that gone. This as dozens of its parishioners also lost their homes.
St. Mark's Church.
A hellscape outside this window as flames overtook St. Mark's Episcopal Church on Altadena Drive Wednesday morning.
He drove by and saw the church mostly burned, the community hall just catching fire with no response because the resources were so thin.
It's been a week since Pastor Carrie Patterson-Grindon, the rector of St. Mark's, evacuated her home with her family as the Eaton Fire broke out right behind her Altadena house.
We hadn't been told yet to evacuate, but the fire was literally in our backyard.
She says she had no idea within hours that the fire would ravage entire neighborhoods miles away, including the church that's been here for nearly 80 years in a parish that's been around for more than 100.
Funerals there, weddings, baptisms for decades and decades and decades.
So I'm here at Altadena Drive. We are right at Home Park Avenue. That's Lake Avenue in front of me, and you have churches burning on both sides. This was the scene around 11 a.m. last Wednesday as St. Mark's Community Hall was on fire. Another church burning right across the street.
It's so hard to even recognize, right?
Pastor Carrie looked at video of what was left and said miraculously the new preschool behind the church is still standing.
We have lost everything physical. So all of our vestments, the things that clergy wear, all of the we use to serve communion, most of our records.
She says 45 homes in her parish burned. She got the news last week, though, that somehow her home did not.
So I learned about my home standing and my spiritual home burning back to back. I didn't believe it.
This will be your temporary home.
And this will be our temporary home.
A sacred space lost, but a new one forged, as her community will now gather in this temporary home inside of this church in Eagle Rock, determined to rebuild the church they lost. And Pastor Carrie tells me, like so many, she is just asking and hoping for donations to help them rebuild this church. I did reach out to the LA County Planning Department's Historical Division to ask them if they even knew how many historical landmarks may have burned in the Eaton Fire, and they said they still do not know the impact. They have to come out here and survey the area, but there are several designated historical sites, as we know. Live here in Altadena, Jasmine Viel, KCAL News.